You are listening to session 110 of Primordial Harmony, a retelling of the classical elemental evil story in the Dungeons & Dragons multiverse. My name is Mike, and I'm running this, and tonight I'm joined by...
I am Rachel. I am playing Oxor, the Dragonborn Paladin, and Velia, the Wood Elf Ranger.
Hello, I'm Senna, and I'm playing Delia, the Gnome Wizard, and also Snow, the Tempest Cleric.
And I am Kitties, and I am playing Hum, the Gnome Bard, and Ren, the Goliath Barbarian.
Hey there, I'm Miles. I'm playing Tadias Odnoff. He's an awesome Seeker, and I'm also playing Chadicus Winthrop, a human druid.
I'm Nyx. I'm playing Vox, which she is a changeling rogue, and also I'm playing Naughty Bite. She is a tabaxi monk.
Alright. Well, when we last left the Pact of Couyrit-Dwolm, Oxor, Delia, Hum, Tadias, and Vox stand in the animal pen behind the Wayshield headquarters discussing what to bring to their rendezvous with Gordon's task force, settling on more donuts from one of the bakeries on Market Avenue. During the discussion, they decide to use the air cart that was stuffed in one of the sheds by the Wayshield headquarters to bring the donuts with them, but they came to learn that the elemental inside that powers the device does not wish to serve. They end up releasing it. It was a whole thing. With the thought of baked treats in their minds, Hum and Delia visit a sculptor to commission rocks shaped like cupcakes for Lucy. Meanwhile, Torlir returns and is immediately taken aback at Oxor, and that Oxor bears the shield that he made for Zachriel. But Oxor and Tadias swiftly smooth this over. The party buys donuts for their allies, then make their way to the... Oh man. How do you pronounce Delia's last name?
Ningle.
Ningle. The Ningle house on the outskirts of town. Delia's family is most accommodating, her grandmother knitting a new pair of socks for Rook, and Delia's mother serving fresh bread for sandwiches at lunch. Meanwhile, on the coast, Chadicus, Bit, Ren, Snow, and Velia, along with Stoneflame the Goliath, return from the rescued town keep of Rolid to tell the remaining townsfolk that they have removed the leader of the cult that overran their home. The human woman holding the people together, Kinet Gundin, asked the party to sweep the town for any more cultists before she moved everyone to the keep. GTF did this, tying up some loose ends and eliminating the last vestiges of the cult of the Crushing Wave in Rolid. At this point, in the late morning of Kythron IV, both groups made their way in the late evening, I should say, of Kythron IV, both groups made their way to the rendezvous point, a purple-leafed tree planted by GTF a while ago. Introductions were made with the new arrivals in each group, and donuts were shared. Evil elemental weapons were dispelled of their pool to the ziggurats in the Cult Nexus, and the party found a place out of the way to make camp for the night. Watch was established and the whole group set down. But as Snow and Tadias were on watch, a dozen hobgoblins, warped in mind and ability, attacked the party. But Tadias managed to rouse nearly everyone, and after some intense combats, the hobgoblins were put down. Again, with these hobgoblins from the Nirthol Woods, after death, their teeth clenched so hard they cracked. We return to the middle of the night on Kythron IV. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have the camera up. But I'll narrate something before I log into the camera account. Stoneflame hoists one of the bodies of the hobgoblins and grumbles, "Annoying things." And he tromps a few yards away and heaves the body into the brush. I'll start cleanup if anyone wants to help.
Do not call them annoying. One of our really good friends is a hobgoblin. These are just bad guys.
But these guys attacked us, so they're annoying.
You're annoying.
I know.
Ren picks up one in each arm and hucks them into the bushes.
Oxor will start to help as well.
Snow will help you.
Excuse me, little hum. I will take care of these guys.
Probably best to sleep without dead bodies around, I think.
You are right. The bears and the other things that eat things in the night can eat the dead bodies instead of us.
And also, I just don't really want to sleep with near dead bodies.
Before Ren hucks them, she starts jingling in pockets. Is anything good on these guys?
1 second. Cool. No. They're devoid of valuables. All they have are their kind of crudely made long swords and armor and shields. And the shields you find are actually pretty messed up. They're not really suitable for much more use. They probably break the next time somebody hits one of them with a really strong attack.
Now, today I saw them do a ranged attack with their swords. Do they look magic in any way?
The swords do not look magic. Tadias might get the impression that this came from some property that was suffused with them in an innate way, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. They also didn't go unconscious.
And before I pass the night, I want to manage the time for the elemental weapons. So, if I'm right, you guys cast Dispel Magic on these weapons right as you were bedding down, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that means that when you guys finish the long rest, and you will, that the Trident will need to have Dispel cast on it, or it will poof away. And Windvane will have 4 more hours. So you can decide now who's going to cast what on where. Yeah.
I will do. Delia will do a. Let's just do a 5th level on. Whichever one is going to poof away sooner.
It'd be the Trident.
Yeah.
So Delia does GTF a solid. Cool. You can narrate that when we go to the next morning if you like. Great. So put that in there, and that'll be for when we start the next day. Meanwhile, was there anything else I wanted to note before I moved on? I don't think so. I'll just have to do. So, after the bodies are heft away and you get your campsite more or less cleaned up, watch is resumed and people who were asleep go back to sleep and the night moves on. And when Snow... How does Snow take her trance? Does she, sit on her heels, or...?
That's a good question.
Well, you don't have to answer exactly if you don't know.
I imagine she sits Seiza style. Like ramrod straight, just really kind of in focus.
How do you spell that word?
Seiza.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant, sitting on your heels. Oh, that's what they call it. Okay, cool. Alright, so Snow gets into that position to finish her trance, because I think you had it that she roused herself from her trance in the middle of it. Not that it matters too much for our purposes, but yeah, she does that, and come over here, Groovy, and me, and you.
Hello.
Hi. So, snow. Visions fill your mind. Images of cold, bitter wind that churns an ocean and sprays it about. The bells are really loud. Ah. Drifts and flurries of snow toss about the water in the air above it. You can see that the water is churned by the winds, choppy waves from horizon to horizon. You can see the surf churn and form into a whirlpool. From above, dark clouds sit and block out all sunlight. Then, as if being drawn up, a cyclone of water emerges from the vortex and travels up into the sky, into the clouds. And this goes on for seemingly an eternity before the clouds clear, and you can see high above that the sky is a layer of ice. Snow. You awaken on your back. Sensation familiar and intense. Sheer cold bites and bleeds into your shoulders, shoulder blades, waist, buttocks, and legs. You hear Oral's soft, domineering voice. Rise.
I rise with my head lowered in like a respectful way.
You find yourself standing on the surface of a river frozen over. All around you are trees gripped with winter's chill. You see a mound of snow, the object, overlooking a valley, and you recognize an avatar of your goddess Oral. She
Immediately prostrate myself before her.
She is, so the imagery is she's actually like 20 yards away. She puts her hand to the side in a way that you can just feel means that she's beckoning you.
I'll walk forward until I'm like a respectful distance from her, and then I'll like take a knee.
You hear her whisper. It's as if the wind is her voice. She says, "My champion. I recognize how cryptic my clue was. I cannot manifest myself so strongly in the height of summer." And she pauses for a moment, with Snow remaining silent. She says, "The Archimentals are prideful and arrogant. They do not realize, by leaving the door open to their planes, that they are vulnerable." She holds her hand out and ice appears, your weapon, ice, and it lands in the snow with the haft about a foot into this drift of snow, the blade pointed up. "Through your devotion to me, you have made this weapon into a conduit, Snow, and I shall make this as clear as a winter morning. When you encounter the portal to the plane of water, and you will, strike it with this weapon. Hold fast and do not move. Do not move by your will. Take as much of the elemental power as you possibly can, Snow. I want it. For too long I have been cast as a minor god. For too long I have been regarded as a deity with a slim portfolio. No, Snow, my champion. You hold the key to empower me. You hold the conduit to grant me primordial power beyond what I possess now." And suddenly a gale hits you, surrounds you. But Oral's presence is overwhelming. She whispers in a statement of both faith and ultimatum, "You will not fail me." And your vision whites out.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Snow, you rouse from your trance. It is morning. Blue sky intermingles with the leaves of the forest canopy above you.
I immediately start honing ice. Make it like razor sharp.
Morning comes. As you all are starting to rouse yourself for the journey, for the battles ahead. Actually, I think I will start with Sunrise of the Flutes for now, because this is a cool scene. Bit, as you're sort of getting yourself up and together, you hear from Ben Hadar inside the brooch. Bit! Since you and your companions have met these allies, I have sensed 3 familiar presences. Very familiar. Like I ought to know them. And at the same time, Tadias, you hear from Sunis, who is... You kind of, in terms of equipping her, you keep her on your back, or...
Yeah, I keep her kind of slide in the back.
Gotcha. You hear her presence, her voice. Tadias, since the rendezvous with the other half of your pact, I have sensed a familiar presence. I'm reminded of Chan, but it isn't Chan, for she has been with us. And, Hum, you hear from Chan. Hum, dear, since we have reunited with your group's friends, I have felt the presence of another like me and Sunis. And since we have spent more time near them, I grow ever more certain. Do you think you could ask?
Well, of course. So Hum, saunters over. Is everybody, in an area, or is everybody in their own area?
I would have been... Well, Oxar and Velia would probably have been, with the group.
You can just assume, she saunters over to the other party, or,
I'm trying to figure out where everybody is. I don't want to, talk to everybody, separately. Hum pulls out the chimes, and she just kind of tinkles them a little bit, not actually ringing them, just allowing them to tinkle. So, this is a weird question. So my chimes talk to me. With a person named Chan. And Chan was talking to me this morning. And she said that maybe you guys have something similar with somebody in it. Well, okay. I'll let her know. Nothing.
Bit speaks up. I, too, have a Ben Hadar speaking to me.
Ben Hadar pipes up to you, Bit, and says, please, if you don't mind. And Chan will say in Hum's head, I almost don't believe it. And then Suni's, Tadias, says, Tadias, do you mind if you lay your hands on that Tabaxi woman?
Without permission, I guess. I'm going to pull Suni off my back and kind of dig her into the ground just a little bit so she's sticking out there. Your name was Bit, right?
Yes.
Do you mind if and as I kind of lift the shovel, I'm going to kind of put it near her arm, the brooches. Is this what you want?
As long as you're in contact with her, I believe that's how we made it work with Miladiris.
Right. May I have your hand, Peter? I think
Sure. I give my hand up.
I kind of grab her hand kind of delicately, and then I try to make myself, devoid of thought.
Chan also, asked Hum to, join in contact.
Hum just goes and puts her hand on Tadias's leg and says it's necessary.
Ben Hadar rings out, and the three of you can all hear it. Well, Sunnis, as I persist in this trinket, and Chan too, the vile forces of the apocalypse didn't do us in completely. Chan says, Ben Hadar, it is good to hear from you again. You're as loud and crashing as I remember. And Sunni says, I was afraid when you extended yourself to ward off Imix that he destroyed you entirely. And then Ben Hadar, that overambitious spark end me? Never! Though he did weaken me quite a bit. You too, it seems. No offense, of course. And Sunni says, none taken, old friend. And Chan says, we did have Zaman rule with... And Ben Hadar immediately interrupts her and says, Zaman rule, you say? Speaking of being destroyed, he was not but embers when I moved to intercept Imix. You're saying he's alive? And with you? Where is he? Sunnis says, in a sort of faltering tone, He was with us, and a part of him is with us still, but I'm afraid, and Chan cuts in, he has been stolen from us by an avatar of the Elder Elemental Eye. And then Ben Hadar says, What? Tharizdun stole him? And then Chan and Sunnis go on to explain what happened to Zachriel. And that lasts a couple of minutes. What's everyone else doing while these three folks, Hum, Tadias, and Bit, are just kind of standing there? What are you guys doing? What's the reaction? I'm curious.
Ren leans over to Stoneflame and says, these guys are weird. What do you think they are doing?
I don't know, he says, scratching his head.
Oh, they're talking to each other. It's okay. I've seen this before.
Oh, did Stoneflame pick up Ben Hadar's item back in that cave? Did that happen, or did he not? I don't think he did.
It never got to him.
Okay, well then never mind.
How often did they talk like this?
Well, I've only ever seen it one other time.
When? Were they talking like Hum and Tadias? They don't just talk to each other?
No, I think there needs to be some form of contact between the wearers of the items.
Oh, Ben Hadar, he is a smart mouth guy.
I bet he is.
He's really loud.
So, at the end of that explanation of what happened to Zachriel, Zaman Rule, Ben says, a shame. Were he here with his whole mind, I would have loved to know that the Pact of Primordial Harmony would once again stand against the forces of unmaking. Thank you for your time, he says to Tadias and Hum, and you can tell it's directed toward you. We probably shouldn't stand around here for too much longer. Believe it is time to get moving. And he stops talking.
Well, that is good, I guess.
The Pact of Primordial Harmony. That's interesting.
I don't know. Every single pact that seems to be happening is quite a lot of work related to it.
Yeah, but do you think that Zachriel knew he was part of a pact?
Zachriel didn't know he was this Someone will think.
But then he did.
He had flashes of memories. I feel he would have been much more curt about me learning Primordial if he really was fully there.
Zaman Rule, Suni says, wasn't fully himself even until Tharizdun stole him. None of us are fully ourselves, even though we know who we are and we have memories. We were weakened severely by our evil counterparts. It will probably take much work or a grand feat to restore us, but there's little time for that.
Well, we should all pack, be ready. We're not going to find a warm reception when we start heading in there.
Yeah, let's get everybody together.
Can you guys give me a marching order, assuming you're going in that direction?
Hey, Mike, what's this thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's like a big mushroom.
I genuinely... What the hell? Where is that? Where did that come from? It's not a lighting prop that I had in the dynamic lighting layer. I have no idea what this is. Where did this even come from? When did I put this on the fucking...
I bet you it was for my healing hammer thing that I was using on Stoneflame.
Oh, it's a mushroom cap! That's what it was supposed to be. Okay, got it. Cool. Yeah, I would like a marching order as if you're going this way.
I'm riding Lucy.
Oxer will walk in the front.
So that is going to leave with Oxford.
Hum is going to be riding Lucy as well. And Ren is going to stand next to Snow. Are we going to be able... How wide is the path we're going to be taking?
For ease, let's just say that it's 3 squares wide.
Okay, she's going to get behind Snow then. And actually, she's going to say, Mrs. Snow, do you think it's a good idea for you to be in the front? You shall let me lead.
I think it's a great idea for me to be in front.
You are acting weird. Are you okay?
I'm wonderful. I'm ready to go.
Okie dokie.
Don't forget to update your or give yourself a long rest on all your characters.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Stormflame, you shall walk next to me.
He will do that. He will go mid rank.
Hey, Rook, come get on Lucy. It's safer here.
All right.
You know, maybe Stormflame, we should take up the rear just in case.
That's not the bad idea.
It seems like the big dragon guy and the big weird guy with the daggers, they got this.
Are you talking about me?
Oh man, I'm irritated. Why are those?
You're the
tokens
dragon guy.
Yeah. That's right.
back?
Ren gives Lucy a nice slap. Miss Delia, I think that your bullet is the coolest thing ever.
She is pretty cool. And then I'm gonna yell, "Isn't that right, Lucy?" And give her some slaps.
Stormflame, we should try to get one of these.
Oh my god.
Everything okay?
Oh, I'm irritated. So I can't get Lucy to be on the bottom to make it so that, Delia and Rook appear to be on top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's really irritating. Why is that happening? It's like I hit 2 back and it's not working. I hate you, Roll20. Why are you like this? And the community forums aren't helping.
Have you tried clicking our tokens and hitting 2 front?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, that's really weird. So, there's an option to hit has sight, and if Lucy has sight, her token automatically just goes over yours. So the workaround is I have to remove sight from Lucy, which is awkward. But yeah, okay. So let me set these up. Apologies for the delay.
That's okay.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
You roboted there for a minute.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Does it sound okay now?
I think so.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. You just roboted for a second. I like the idea that Ren and Stoneflame are flanking Lucy. That's pretty cool. Okay, I've got it set up. I just need to do one more thing. If you didn't guess, I'm on a different map. So, yeah, you guys start following that path left behind by the militia defectors with elemental or evil elemental weapon bonds refreshed. You said you used a 5th level spell for the trident, right, Delia?
Yes.
All right.
And Snow will use a 4th level on.
Before you do that, Windvane still has 4 hours when you guys leave, so you can decide to do that now or in 4 hours.
I'll do it in 4 hours then.
They do not stack. Okay. Which I think can give rise to dramatic situations. Okay. Let me just double check that everybody has sight. Yeah. So as you are progressing down this, or I guess north of this, this pathway, I can start archiving some of these pages, which I should have done. Page. So for perspective, the parties from the nearby that purple tree start heading north, and about 30 minutes of walking through the brush. Who's got the highest passive perception?
I don't even know.
The Wiz character should answer.
Snow has 16.
19
I have
Chad.
21.
Oh, that's the one.
Does Vox have a high perception too, or is that investigation?
Vox only has 19.
Is Valia first that hears the sound of moving brush.
Okay, she'll alert the party, like in a soft whisper, like, "Stop! Everyone stop! I hear something."
And soon you start to hear what sounds like grumbly, scraggly, but high in pitch voices. And it is at this point that characters with lower passive perceptions start to hear these sound of disturbing of bush and undergrowth being disturbed.
Both Fox and Bit get ready.
Yeah, Oxar will kind of walk up to that area as like a block between that and the party.
Okay.
Tadias is gonna hit the wind jets.
Does Delia have time to cast Mage Armor?
She does.
All right.
You have time to do an
I
action.
guess we'll do the same then.
And Snow will do Armor of Agathis.
And as Oxer makes a little bit more of an approach, let me check something here. Yeah. It is then that you hear a similar kind of tactic that you were just experiencing the other night, where you hear a "Meow!" and then a whole host of these creatures that look like goblins appear out of the foliage and start to attack. And before I take you there and tell you to roll initiative, I just want to change the music to that.
When Ren hears the noise of the rustling under the brush, she kind of shoves Lucy towards the middle so that the gnomes are in the center of everybody.
All right. When I take you there, you can move your tokens as you want. Here it is. The creatures before you bear the resemblance to goblins, but you notice that their visage shimmers at some points and disappear from your vision entirely, only to return an instant later. Their bodies are wreathed in a dark, oily, writhing energy that is oddly familiar. And, roll initiative. All the weird black triangles are because of shadows and line of sight. And they'll tell you if a creature is under cover or not. And now I'm gonna roll everything. Actually, it's probably better if I keep the GM.
Inverse Goblin.
Oh, this is weird. Because I'm using the two different character sheets, it's saying it overrode my initiative roll.
Overrode?
Well, are we rolling it for the two characters or just the one?
The two
Like, how
characters, but it shouldn't. Oh, it's because you're using. It's because you're using D&D Beyond. So here's what I'll do. I'll just add turn for Oxor, and then I can just add Oxor's actual initiative. What was his actual initiative?
So
Or who was it?
his is 19, Velia was 15.
Okay, let's just check.
And they both have +5, but it was Velia first at 15 and then Oxor at 19 that I rolled.
Velia was 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Did I roll for all the gobos? I didn't roll for the top? Here, okay. I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright. Wow, Bit and Vox. What is with your characters always going first?
Oh, it doesn't give me time to think between the two.
Did Lucy roll initiative? It's Stone
Yes.
roll initiative. Alright, what is Vox doing? Or what is Bit doing?
I think I'm going to try my Searing Sunburst.
Ooh. You lob your grenade.
I can see those guys there.
Yeah, you can. What's what can you key what it is again? Da, 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 da. 20-foot radius sphere. And this is just something you can do at will. Alright. You gain the ability. Da, da, da. So what's your save DC? Hello?
Oh shoot, I don't have that written down.
Oh, you really should.
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom, right?
Spell save DC. It should be at the top of your sheet under spells.
Yeah.
That's if you just cast it.
Oh.
Key
It's
save.
a monk.
Your key save DC is 14.
Okay, save.
I put it in your personality traits, so it's right there. You'll never forget it again.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so 14. All right. So you lob this ball of light and it explodes in a radiant burst. And let's see here. I have to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's the saving throws, and you're gonna absolutely hate me. They all save. And they all save. And that's it. Yes, they do have a plus 10 to their
Wow.
save. And you notice that the light just kind of passes through them, and they don't seem to notice as they gear up with their... They just take this threatening stance with their claws that seem to be dripping some weird oily nastiness. It's Vox's turn.
Don't I get an extra attack?
Nope. As an action. That's your whole action. But it is Vox's turn, so what's Vox doing?
Okay, so Vox. She probably sees this guy here and gonna hit it with my short bow.
Alright, I think you have advantage because of your assassin's trait. Is that right?
Yes.
Cool.
Mike,
What's up?
the Searing Sunburst is a Constitution save, not a Dex save.
Oh, well, that's okay. It's the same modifier.
Oh, okay.
That is a hit. And the arrow slams into... You don't have to roll damage. The arrow slams into the goblin, and it evaporates. Anything else, Vox?
No, I'll just stay here.
Alrighty. Snow. It's your
Actually,
turn.
I'll go hide behind the tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up here and use my Cone of Cold scroll.
Your Cone of Cold scroll. Alright. I feel kind of bad, but go ahead. I think that does affect all of these dudes. So what's the save DC? Oh, you know what? I didn't give the scroll a save DC, did I? It's your spell save.
Oh, that's for Snow. No.
Well, it's the
You
same
forgot
DC,
to
so
switch.
it's gonna be that on save. Let's see. Oh, alright. One gets frozen over and deleted.
And it is half damage on a save, so
You notice that they still stick around, even if they save. I'm not sure how to describe that narratively, but they will stick around, or they won't take damage if they save.
okie dokie.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of them also gets deleted. All right. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Ren.
Ren sees this group over here and runs over. Right is here,
All right.
and she's gonna swing at these guys.
Alrighty. That's a hit. Your axe cleaves right through and they dissipate. Your axe cleaves right through and dissipates. And you slam the butt end of the great axe into this one and they dissipate.
She looks back and she's like, they're really weak.
Hard to hit. Rook might say if he understood what Ren said. Oxor, it's your turn.
Okay. So the cone, like the cold scroll, didn't really take these guys out. Did it seem to do damage to them?
Two of them were affected and were eviscerated, but the let's see. So the effect that Oxor saw was that just as like the blast of cold hit, the 5 of these creatures that survived it seemed to fade out of existence for the moment where the damage would have happened.
Oh, okay. Like they kind of like flickered out almost.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oxor's gonna take 2 steps forward and use his breath weapon.
Alrighty. That's a
15-foot cone.
1-foot cone. I'll just get the template because otherwise I'm gonna not really be able to comprehend. Cone.
Guys, I made the best list.
I want to position if I can hit them all. If it's better for me to go here and do it at an angle to hit as many as I can.
You can manipulate this thing if you want. You can
Oh,
select
okay.
it.
Excellent.
Looks
So
like,
if I stand like here-ish. Oops.
looks like you can take out 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just do that. So, Dex DC of 13.
Alrighty. It's gonna be 4 saves. 1, 2, 3. Alright. DC 13. This guy is, or I think the one in the center. Oh wait, no. I rolled 3 and I need to roll 4. Ha! Okay. These 2 are annihilated. But these 2 seem to avoid the flame in its entirety.
Okay.
This one is going to start to run up to Snow.
It'll try.
It'll try. Oh, that's right.
Ugh.
Oh, it does, unfortunately. And it uses its nasty claw and slashes at Snow. For 16 to hit.
Misses.
Misses, that's it. Hum.
I'm seeing that magic is not as well. No, wait. Yeah, she's gonna bring out her crossbow.
Alright. She's gonna shoot a dude. Oh, that hits. Who are you aiming at? That just kills him outright. Alright. Poof. Alrighty.
And then she's going to throw some inspiration towards Snow.
Snow, you are inspired.
Hell yeah.
This one runs up to Oxor and attacks him with a nasty, rotting claw. 25 to hit.
Yep.
For 8 necrotic, and that's it. This
Okay.
one's also going to come over to Oxor and attack him.
Okay.
20 to hit for 8 necrotic.
Does not hit.
Ho ho! You turn around at the last second and block it with the shield.
Excellent.
Nice. Velia.
Okay. Velia is going to. She can see these. Oh. Just gonna move. Oh, there's 3 of them here. Okay. I would like to use my action to use volley.
Or you do that in its entirety. Oh. So you can get 4 of these guys, I think, if you can see all of them. Let me check.
I can.
Oh, you
well, I
cannot.
mean, I don't
That's
know
unfortunate.
because it's like I can see Oxor's line of sight right now, so I can't.
Yeah, I got you. I know what you can see. You can see these 3 up here, but not this one here.
If I move one spot more forward, would I be able to see him? But then this one's covered.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll stay here and I'll just hit those 3.
Alrighty.
Okay. So I have to make 3 separate attacks.
Miss. 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 As the arrows pass through their bodies, and for a second they blip out of existence, and then blip back into existence as the arrows strike the trees behind them. I dragged somebody's thing. I didn't mean to do that. Anything else, Velia?
Just gonna take 2 steps back again,
Okay.
and that's it.
Are you
Yeah.
using a rosin, or is that just left on from the...
It was an accident. Yeah,
Okay.
just ignore it. It's
Chaticus?
just +2.
I think I'm going to use a 3rd level and do the wolves.
Do the what?
Do the wolves!
Wolves! Alright. Wolves are very appropriate for the Nirthol Woods. So let me grab those for you. How many of
Because
them
like they
are
might be. It's going to be 4th rating, so 8 of them.
8 of them, okay. They'll probably come in super handy later.
I can kind of summon them, so I want to summon them behind these ones. I'll just move them once we have them on the map.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All yours, champ.
Sweet. Oop. They could probably get an old nookie spot. Excellent. And do you want them to act on my turn?
Yeah, I'm not rolling. We're not rolling more initiatives. We already have enough of those.
Fair enough. All right. So then I'm going to attack this one. They're going to have advantage because they have buddies next to them. Let me grab that, and we will start rolling.
Their AC is 20.
First one,
Miss.
and the second attack.
Miss.
Excellent. And then this one will receive 3.
The wolf bites through, and you hear this nasty crack as the wolf like chews on whatever semblance of bone is left, and the goblin just disappears.
And this one will move in and try to go for this one again. Misses.
That's a miss.
This one's gonna get hit.
That's a hit, and it evaporates.
Okay, this one will scoot in here and go for this guy who's dodging all the things. That misses.
That one misses.
And we got 2 last ones for the one down there.
Alrighty. That's a hit as it evaporates into a
Yes.
mist.
We got enough time for this one to just move over here and try to do one chomp without advantage.
Alrighty. Nope.
That misses. Okay, and then Chaticus will begin slumping right here behind all the people.
Okay. Delia.
We're gonna firebolt this one.
Which one? Oh, okay. Tadias feels a firebolt blast by his shoulder and just strike the ground and kick up some dust. This one's going to, speaking of Tadias, this one's going to come out of the cuts. And his, you see him, the goblin, take his hands and put them on his head and leer at Tadias, and this beam of this pinkish energy slams into him, maybe. 13 misses.
Yeah.
It just zips off into the air and disappears. Stone Flame is going to... He's going to move up to here. And he looks at his side, sees the wolf, and then sees Snow, and says, hello. And then he's going to attack. Ah! He hits, and this one is evaporated. And I don't think he has enough speed to go anywhere else, so he just hangs there. This one from behind a tree gets down here and shoots a Mind Blast at Ren. 25 to hit for 5 psychic.
Hits.
Lucy. Lucy is a mount right now. Are you using her as a mount?
I think so.
Okay, so that means that she would take her turn on Delia's turn. So I guess that means that Delia, you can command. So you guys have to sort of work in tandem on this, I guess. So both of you should decide, if it doesn't take too long, what's she gonna do? What's Lucy gonna do?
I kind of feel like Lucy's more protective because there's so many of them. She's more protective, and it's just readying an action if they get too close to her. She'll jump on them, leap on them if they get too close to her dear little gnomes.
Alrighty. All right.
Would you agree, Delia?
Yes.
This goblin gross thing is going to strike at one of the wolves. I meant to do the rot claw, but that's fine. 13 to hit. It's the same damage dice, so 5 psychic damage on one of the wolves. I got it. And wow, Tadias, all the way at the bottom. What do you want to do?
Let's start throwing some stuff. I'm gonna chuck one at this one, flip one on the sheets. There you are.
That's a hit, and the creature just turns into mist.
I'll move this way with Oxor. I'll try to cut this one with left root.
That one misses. As it
I'll chuck. Okay.
blips out of existence, or blips out of existence for a second, then comes back.
Then I'll chuck the blood flint at this one.
All right. That's a miss.
And in turn, they'll whack back into my vest, and I'll just go back to back with Oxor.
Alrighty, Bit. Bit.
She's gonna come running up to this one here and smack it with her staff.
Miss.
I'll give it another go.
That's a hit. The staff crashes into the creature, and it just warps its structure, and then it fades into this black mist. You doing anything else?
Think I can get up to this one here. Just give it a punch.
Yeah, definitely. This one also fades away. Alright. Box.
And attack.
You're still up, though. Nyx.
I'm just seeing here.
Got it.
I guess I'll move up a little bit and continue with her short bow on right in front of.
Alrighty. Oh wait, hang on a second. Okay, he's got half cover. Actually, more like 3/4 cover from you, because you've got the line of sight from the tree, and Tadias is kind of in the
Shit!
way.
I ran up the tree.
So you can like move, here. You probably have enough movement.
Okay, there, and then should be able to hit him now.
You certainly can. Clear shot. The arrow goes into the creature, and Tadias, you see it whiff out of existence. 2 of these remain. Anything else, Fox?
That's all.
Snow.
Okay. We're gonna come over here and see if we can't get this guy.
Alrighty. Ice. How do you attack or describe the attack that causes this thing to disappear?
She kind of steps around Stoneflame and then lunges with ice towards the goblin surrounded by wolves.
Impales him in the midsection, then disappears into the black mist.
I'll use some more movement, come up here and try to get this guy with ice butt.
Alright. I can't help but imagine Snow twirling ice above her head as she advances on this goblin, and the sneer happens, and then wham!
Yep.
And you're out of initiative.
And they just keep coming out of nowhere.
I don't like these goblins. They're not the same as normal goblins. Stoneflame says.
Yeah, what was going on with that?
Can Tadias make some sort of arcane check regarding the goblin's weirdness?
Sure. There's definitely some aberration stuff going on there. They're definitely influenced by something outside of the material plane at the very least.
They were goblins, they were just influenced. They weren't something else posing as them.
In the short amount of time you saw looking at them, they seemed like they had all the parts and were members of this plane that you were on at some point. They weren't just created by something else. That was a good Arcana check. So Tadias susses out that they were altered.
I kind of relay the facts to the rest of the people from what I discerned. It's very likely that we'll run into more things that are altered, changed. Be very careful what you assume of our enemies.
So if you find a blinking goblin, don't try to blast it with magic, or it'll be very disappointing. And then he looks at Snow and puts his finger to his temple like that one guy from that meme.
Certainly won't be making that mistake again.
Well, we should get going.
I will say it's hard to get away from your instincts of breathing fire when you can. But I'll do my best.
I'm sure there will be uses for that.
So you guys continue on. The path is still very clear, but it's definitely like somebody came through here and like tried to jostle around the foliage to kind of hide the track, even though there's a lot of broken branches and lots of stomped on smaller brush plants. Somebody was about to say something, or maybe yawned.
That was me. I'm sorry. I was yawning.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Let's see.
Ooh, I'm on top of Lucy now.
Yeah.
So is Delia. You just can't tell.
So is Rook. He's in the saddlebag.
No, I thought you were having a problem with that.
Oh, I was. I had to. So, yeah, there's a workaround that's dumb, but we'll worry about that some other time.
Oh, okay.
So, the foliage gets thicker, which, weirdly enough, makes the path more noticeable. And the trees get a little bit larger as you get nearer to the center of the forest. Up ahead, through the trees, you can see what looks like a small flight of stone stairs that go about 20 feet up. And as you approach, you can make out around the stairs and around what sort of ledge they're going, or they're linking to the ground. That's a weird way to phrase it, but there's like a little stone cliff kind of thing. Like there's a structure here. There's a mass of wooded vines or roots that are like covering up this building of stone.
Do we see anything near the building?
Your line of sight is, or your visibility is very low. So like you can see it through the trees, but then like looking in other directions, you just see more forest.
Dias is going to pull Udarnik out of the portal.
All right.
I'll just try to get a little bit of a higher eyesight on it.
This is simple. So, you can see what looks like a plaza surrounded by, and like being overgrown by, wooded vines or roots. And standing on top of this landing, this plaza, there are 3 of those robed men that are defectors from the Four-Stride Militia that like to call themselves Light Eaters. There are 6 more of those unreal inverse goblins, and there are 3 of those roiling, chaotic, a mix of all types of elementals, chaos elementals that you encountered in the crypt under Four-Stride. With the height that Udarnik gets, that's what Tadias sees.
I feed the details to the team.
They don't seem to notice Udarnik.
It's a lot.
That is the coolest thing I have ever saw.
What, the elementals?
No, your little pet there.
It's a very simple trick. I'm sure a mage can teach you someday.
Tadias, do you think we need more manpower?
I think we can handle it, but we have to be wise about it. Those chaos elementals, there's no way that we could affect them with our instruments, right? With the chimes or the spade in any way, do you think?
You've never tried that. Although, you do remember Zachriel striking them with Sunni's spade, and it worked like any other weapon.
Chan gives me a lot of cool things to do. I mean, maybe we could affect them. I don't know.
You've defeated these before. You definitely know that you've defeated these before. They're just...
It's mainly that we can't turn them.
Yes.
We do the other ones.
Yeah.
And that's what Tadias is leading on to. He doesn't believe we can, so it's just simply we have to defeat all of them. Because I don't think we're sneaking this team through anywhere. So our question is, do we try to lure them to us, or do we try to get the jump on them?
When we are inevitably in combat with them, who should we focus?
Remember the elementals being dangerous. Though the goblins are annoying, the wolves seem to do pretty well against them, and any sort of actual sound blow seems to deal with them. Light eaters can be dangerous, but they usually have to get closer.
Tadias also remembers the ability they had to take charges away from magic items from a distance.
I remember that being still pretty close when they did that, but maybe I was always that close to them.
It was at least 30 feet away. That's what I'll say.
Tadias, does it look like we can lure some of them out?
I mean, I'm almost certain they're here to defend that area. I don't think we're going to lure all of them, but we could maybe make 2 fights easier than one big one.
Hum loads her crossbow with that really cool, where she can load 10 bolts at the same time.
Ah, yes, the scatter shot.
The bolt shower.
Yeah, bolt shower.
That's cool.
But if we'd like a very big distraction, I look at both Stoneflame and Oxor. I could haste somebody and get their attention very quickly.
I would go.
Stoneflame was about to open his mouth and say, like, hell yeah, but then Ren came in and said that, well...
You mentioned one thing to protect certain people, but if you wish, I can give to you as well.
We could
send Stoneflame. He has a cool fire thing.
Stoneflame stands akimbo and looks real proud.
One of us should definitely stay with the casters, but I think that if you can haste 2 of us to run in, that could be...
No, but I can only do one at a time.
One
I
at
need
a
to
time.
concentrate on it.
I'm gonna take you guys to the battle map itself, but you won't be able to see like the enemies, but you can position your tokens as you see fit.
Now, when I oversaw like where they were covering, did it look like just stone that they were standing on, or was it unworked like rock?
I'll show you tonight. What the heck, Roll20? Why are you like this? Okay. Huh?
Ren goes and stands next to the gnomes, and she just says,
That's
"You
what
guys
Udarnik
are
saw.
so adorable."
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you, Ren.
You're
Delia
like
kinda
pocket people.
Oh my god.
Delia kind of like puffs her already puffy hair. Is it humid out?
We're
Is it
in a
humid?
forest, so it must be humid. Yeah, because there was water going through here, and it is summer, right?
It is
That's a
summer.
good point.
Her hair is just a mess.
So, Mike, do I think Lucy can dig through the earth underneath these things and pop out?
Yeah, she can.
All right. So here's the plan that Tadias draws up. Essentially, gives them like a little quick sketch on a piece of parchment of what it looks like and where they are. So, you have that thing you do with the chimes where you can attack multiple enemies at the same time, no?
Oh yeah, the steel wind strike.
What if we use a very, very fast stone flame to draw them into a very particular line in which you could pop up with Lucy and then strike as many of them as possible?
I'm at the mercy of Chan. If I don't ring high enough, then
Shit, wait a minute.
it could be a problem.
Well, we know that the goblins are hard to hit with magic, but everything else should be easy enough. I think as long as we can make sure that they don't see you approach from behind, a distraction, and I kind of look at Stoneflame, you have a good chance of doing something useful behind them, I imagine.
He says, I can mess up the ground significantly. I can get the jump on them.
You'll be moving faster than you've ever moved in your life.
How close to, like, the staircase are you guys actually?
It was wherever we, like, first saw the thing. So
Okay, so I would say about probably 120 or so feet away, so enough of a distance to be out of earshot.
So then, the full recommendation from Tadias, if he's drawn out the plan, is anyone with range would pretty much get within range of the area so they could take shots from the sides. Send Lucy and Hum and Delia, if they can all go underground to pop up, and then haste Stoneflame to just initiate and then just kind of like flank them in.
Now, can she take Delia and I on her back?
I don't know.
She could, not on your back, because you don't want to be, like, getting all kinds of rocks in your face and
I walk behind.
ground like a like a belt sander, but oh no, there's a feature that I gave her.
The protection one?
Yeah.
We can get in her mouth.
But can she still dig through the rock with us in her mouth?
Oh, and she can only hold one creature at a time. And yes, I would say that she can. She's got strong claws.
I don't mind dismounting.
You could also, like, hold on to her tail. That sounds kind of cute.
Oh my gosh, we're totally going to tie ourselves with the shackles to her tail.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Gnome pop out of the ground surprise, giant Goliath initiation, and everyone else just charges in as soon as the fireworks happen.
Should we try to sneak toward the stairs? Just so that we have a bit more coordination, says Stoneflame.
As long as you can get close, I'm not the best at stealth. I suggested it for perhaps the more ranged users. I know Vox could get pretty close without alerting anyone.
I am not reliable when it comes to sneaking anywhere, and I kind of like brush off some of my plate mail.
When Hum digs in her pack and finds the shackles, she finds some glitter eyeshadow, and she looks at Delia and says, "We should put the eyeshadow on Lucy."
I agree, and I also think we should do some glitter war paint.
Oh my gosh, glitter war paint!
The most fearsome rock lizard ever. In all senses of the word fierce.
Excellent.
So we dress Lucy up with the eyeshadow, and we put the same colors on our face as well.
What about the wolves? Says Stoneflame.
Well, they are particularly stealthy. I imagine they'd be very useful at dealing with the goblin things that you were mentioning.
Oh wait, how long? Wait, actually, sorry. Question: how long do the wolves last?
An hour.
Oh, okay. They would have disappeared. It took like more than an hour to get here.
There you go. Pop them.
All right, they're popped. Sorry, Velia. Yeah.
Velia does say, "I do have something that I can assist with keeping us quiet." So what she has is boots of elven kind. So if she stomps, she can create the silence spell centered on her. But also has advantage on stealth checks.
For those of you at home, the silence spell is an extra thing that I tacked on to her late game character introduction magic item.
Yeah, and we're very familiar with this one. We've used the spell quite a bit.
But the cool thing is, this silence spell goes with her.
Yes, it does.
So if we stay within 20 feet of Velia,
20 feet
There's
is
no s-
definitely everybody that doesn't need to pop out right away, so we can get everybody.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
All right. If it's the case, prepare the spell if you need to. You might want to get digging.
We're digging. Hey, wait. Tadias, did you want some war paint too?
He kind of like, takes a knee and puts his cheek out to be part of the team.
Yay!
Mike, can I cast Armor of Agathis again? It only lasts an hour.
You can cast Armor of Agathis whenever you want because of that cool boon.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And the fake lashes.
And before we get into this, I really need to use the restroom. So
I was
I'll
about
be
to
right
say
back.
I was going to call a 5-minute break.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
then
sounds
be right
good.
back.
So everybody, I'll ask before we get back. And world map and BRB. Yeah. I'm gonna try the pause button.
I feel like we told her to follow Stoneflame's footsteps.
Ah, okay. And there's a scene where there's a short exchange where Stoneflame was like, "All right, when you see all of the rocks suddenly shift out from in front of you, go a little bit to the left of it and come out that way." He says that to Hum and Delia, but also to Lucy.
Does Lucy seem to understand what he's saying?
No.
I'm not sure we'll be able to see.
All right, good. Good luck.
Can Rook help us with that?
Rook says, if that up there is stone, I can sink into it, but I can't sink into the loose dirt here. So I'm gonna have to join the rest with the silence bubble and then sink into the stone. We might have to meet inside of that platform, but I'm not sure how. Well, maybe I could find you. Yeah, maybe I could find you.
I could slam my thing down on the ground. My axe.
Wait, I thought that was my job, Stoneflame says.
Okay, then you do it.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Stoneflame smiles. Ms. Velia, are you ready to make us all quiet?
I am. Are you all set?
He nods. He looks at everyone else.
I'm ready.
Everyone ready?
Ready.
So, on the map here,
Ben asks if Ben-Hur is ready.
he
We're
says,
gonna need ya.
I am ever present. I am ready.
You, who talks to the little thing that doesn't understand us?
That's a good question. Does anybody in the party, does anybody in GTF know Primordial?
No.
Ren, are you talking about Rook, or are you talking about...
Yeah, the cute little guy. He doesn't talk our language. I was trying to talk to him, and he just looks at me funny.
Valia
Chadicus
will-
will start translating in Primordial for GTF.
Oh, it shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna follow you and then sink into the stone and try to rendezvous with, my gnome counterparts.
Tell him if it doesn't work out, he sticks with me. I will protect him.
This one will offer you some sort of protection if in any case you become unable to hide.
Sure.
And I point to him.
If it turns out that I can't hide in this stone, then, well, we're in trouble. Well, it'll just be inconvenient. I'm sure it'll work out. He gives a weak smile. So, you guys approach using the, Orb of Silence, thanks to Velia. And then Rook, disappears into the stone. Meanwhile, a few moments later, Delia and Hum see Rook's face appear out of the stone that you're, like, in underneath with Lucy. Oh, found you. Shh.
Hi.
Then he wiggles up. And then Stoneflame... So, are your tokens positioned how you want them?
Yeah, I think so. Velia would definitely want to be more in the back and Oxor in the front.
Okay. So, Stoneflame looks at Tadias and nods in his being ready.
Alright, time to go. And
All right. Velia will kind of start doing like tippy tappies, kind of like how dogs do tippy tappies when they're excited.
We'll try to approach a little bit before I hit him with the haste, because we still have a little bit of distance to clear, correct?
Yeah. You guys have the drop, so I'm assuming whatever convenience you want to take, you can. Actually, I'll get rid of this dynamic lighting. We don't need it anymore.
Gotcha. Then when we are within essentially, I think 60 feet would be easy enough for him to move and do his actions and everything.
60 feet of the platform, or?
Let's see. He's going for a big area effect attack, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, that was his expression. Yeah.
If we can get somewhere pretty close to the stairs without getting busted, then I'll hit him at the stairs. But if it seems
that's what I assumed because of the silence.
Okay, so as long as that's good enough for us to get close, then yeah, we'll do that.
All right. And Tadias and Stoneflame peek their heads out so that the verbal component works. And then, so Stoneflame will rush up, and he'll just scream out. You don't hear anything because you're in a silence bubble.
Hum and Delia might hear just something muffled.
Delia, meanwhile, under the ground, Delia and Hum hear very faint, almost imperceptibly faint footsteps because of how sound works under stone. But then... What's up?
Are we both attached to Lucy's tail, or is one of us in her mouth and one on the tail?
You tell me.
We're both on the tail.
Okay.
Then you feel a vibration, a shockwave through the stone as Stoneflame bears down. But before we resolve that, we're still going to roll initiative because they're not exactly surprised by Stoneflame running up the stairs. So we're gonna roll initiative, and I'm gonna bring the gnomes and Lucy down here and put them on a token layer so you guys can roll for yourselves. And I'm gonna roll for all the baddies. But I'm gonna say that Stoneflame gets to here before initiative is rolled. We'll see how effective he is.
How far did we all get?
Well, you were waiting for him to initiate, right? Before you moved in.
I thought that we were moving at the same time. Was that
Were
not
you?
what we?
You guys planned this, so if you want to make.
Sorry, maybe I'm mistaken.
So we were using him as the signaling sound for them to pop out of the ground and try to get the steel wind off. But we can be following him right afterwards as soon as we hear the crack, honestly. Or as soon as he disappears. And if he is rolling initiative and not getting a turn beforehand, he should have advantage, I think, because of haste, right?
Yes. Yes. That's a good point. What did he roll at first? He's on here, right? 15? Okay, let's see if he rolls better than 15. He does not, so he's at 15. Let me just get in there. And I rolled for Light Eaters, so you need to roll for the Chaos Elementals now. Yup. And then these fine nasties. sort this. Okay. Stoneflame really didn't get that well. That kind of goes against the spirit of things. So we're gonna I'm gonna bump Stoneflame up just because I think it fits the whole the thinking out loud part. I wasn't exactly sure how to represent it in gameplay. That's why I just had him roll initiative after he had positioned. But yeah, I'll just bump him up to 18. I feel like that's a good place. And then Delia, I figure you can kind of hold your action for the I'm not really doing this well at all. Darn. If I declare something that kind of goes against the spirit of what you were planning, just let me know. We'll work it out. So Stoneflame gets up. As he's rushing up, he goes, he gives a one-liner. But as he does that, this Light Eater does a thing that you don't actually hear because you're still in the silence. And just... Okay. So Snow, Delia and Hum, you guys are underground and you hear and feel this sort of vibration, and Stoneflame's gonna drop the erupting earth. Alright, Oxer's gotta act. Okay, that happens. Oxer, go ahead and act.
Like, do my thing? Okay.
Take your turn.
I mean, wait, would we not be... Okay. I mean...
Yeah, okay. This isn't working very well. We'll try to save this. So, you can't hear anything because you're in the silence.
Yeah. I mean, aren't we, everyone that's in the silence, waiting to move together?
Are you guys doing that? Is that the plan? You're gonna move together as a unit?
I'm not understanding what the...
Well, remember, we're all acting in the same 6 seconds, so you're fine to move forward and do things. Don't worry about holding back. Just run up, and whenever Stoneflame hits it, he'll hit it, and then Hum will pop out. The idea was that we were going to get them all one spot for Hum to try to hit as many as possible. So if Stoneflame isn't the one that does it first, us being up there will do it as well.
Okay, well...
So just add it. Do stuff. Do Oxford things.
I mean, this is as far as I can get.
You do have EB.
I mean... What?
You have Eldritch Blast, if you'd like.
That is true. Yeah, I guess I can... I guess I'll try to get one of these out of here and cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Alright. That's a miss.
Okay. Then that's the end of my turn.
You have 3 beams.
Oh, that's right. I haven't...
This one, poof, deleted. And...
Oh my goodness.
Are you getting it at the other one?
Yeah, I'll just hit... Yeah, that's fine.
What's your Eldritch Blast look like?
I haven't decided. I don't know.
Okay.
Probably more like a golden light rather than something that's dark, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's a good question. I'll have to think about it.
It's like the pink and black squares whenever an asset is missing.
Asset not found. It's just like, yeah, it's just like asset not found 404. Or it's just no visible effect at all and just the creature disappears.
Either one, I like them both.
Alright, this inverse goblin is going to advance and will throw a Mind Rend burst at Oxor. 27 hit for 3 psychic.
Yep.
Alright, and I think just for this round, Stoneflame's gonna pop off his erupting earth. So let me double check something here. Hmm.
Wait, actually, can I use
A bonus action?
Can I use my reaction of rebuke of the talisman?
Hmm.
Wait, is he within 30 feet of me? Yes, he is. So,
what does that do? You just assign damage, don't you?
Yeah.
You just assign damage. Okay.
Deal psychic damage, and it's 4 psychic damage.
What is this? What does this look like? Do you have any narrative
I guess he
visuals?
I think that he would just kind of like really like you know, like when some okay, so he'll just like kind of he'll be hit with whatever he's doing, and he'll just have like this really intense glare that he gives to this goblin, kind of like the men who stare at goats, and then he'll just disappear.
Okay. Yeah. The goblin like puts his hands on his head, like their hands were already on his head, but then he just kind of like gives a silent scream and disappears.
All
Nice.
right.
Okay, so that's weird, and I've written myself into a corner in a way. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't. Okay. This is gonna be really strange. So Stoneflame aims his erupting earth right here. And Oxor notices beyond the chaos elementals, the effect happens in a really weird way. What's the area of effect for that again? No, that's not what I want. Earth is 20-foot cube. Okay. So let me just grab that. Should have done it sooner. Yeah. Oh, there's a 120-foot square. So he goes for he probably do this. So you notice that when the earth erupts, this part that I've circled, no earth erupts from that area. It's only this area here, which I'll mark with a different color. Good enough. And this guy here is unaffected.
Okay.
So this guy needs to make a save. I'll do that for him real quick. And that is when Delia and Hum hear like the and that gives Lucy the cue she needs to burst out, but I just need to make a save for this guy real quick. 14. I don't know if that does it. What's your oh yeah, that doesn't do it. Can somebody roll me 3d12?
Yeah, I got
Sure.
you.
Oh.
23 damage. Nice. Now, gnomes! He says, and appearing here is the gnome crew, with Rook diving back into the ground here. Good luck! So, I'm gonna say...
As they head up, Hum unlocks the shackles so that we're still attached to Lucy's tail, but we're not locked into it anymore.
Yeah. And Delia and Hum, you're basically going at the same time, so Delia, go ahead. As you're knee-deep in this chaos here.
We're gonna cast Gravity Sinkhole.
Where are you putting it?
I will show you.
Yeah. Okay.
There's good.
Perfect. So to back. Alrighty. Delia, you notice that this Light Eater and this Light Eater aren't affected at all. It's almost as if the magic is cut off. And in fact, it is you can see that the gravity. Would you say the gravity sinkhole, like the area of effect, has a visual cue, or does it just gravity just happens and there's no fantasy-esque visual cue?
I've been thinking about this a lot. I imagine that it's like this dark, like purple sparkly ring that like forms, like makes a quick like circle around the radius, around the circumference.
Perfect.
And then just like magical purple and pink like little sparkles just pull everybody to the center, and then it like explodes.
Perfect. So what happens, what you see is surrounding these two light eaters is an area that has none of the sparkles. They just don't affect that area.
My eyes narrow.
Alright, so I gotta make these saves. That's gonna be a whole bunch of con saves. So for the Chaos Elementals and for the one Light Eater. It's a con save, right? Do I have anything special for you? No, I don't. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this one takes half of that bludgeoning damage for 15.
And then they're pulled to the center, the ones that fail.
Pulled to the center. And they take 30 damage each. Very good damage, I would say. Oh, and then the Light Eater needs to roll a con save. Oh, wait. He's... Aha! He has advantage. So that does not hurt him much at all, unfortunately, as he growls at you.
Is it okay if I use my bonus action to command Lucy to bite?
Go for it.
Who are you biting?
The only one in range.
Okay.
Wait, is that a good idea?
It doesn't matter. She's about to spin off of Lucy right now anyways.
Oh, I mean for Lucy. What does this thing look like again?
It's this roiling mass of lightning, fire, ice, and what looks like ice crystals. And like these dark clouds.
Let me look at Lucy's sheet real quick. I'm not sure. If,
Delia remembers... I'll put an end to this real quick. Delia remembers that when striking these creatures, elemental energy leapt off and hurt the attacker if they were nearby.
Yeah, I'm wondering if... It's going to be really hard for us to hold on if she does the deadly leap. Because we're on her tail.
You might take damage.
Alright, so I'll just wait.
Okay.
I think.
Stunflame took his turn. Hum, do your thing.
She already rang the chimes at the same time as Delia started. So she's going to hit her Steel Weaken Strike.
All right.
And she is looking around at who she's going to hit. So she's going to hit this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. And she's going to land back over here.
All right. Make those attack rolls.
You ready?
We'll do it in... Okay. So 3 of those work. On here, and... Or wait. Well, okay. I
You know
was-
what? She's going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
Oh man, 3 of those pings didn't work. Can you use the measuring tool? 1.
Sure.
That guy. That one. That one. And then that one. Okay. And then that one. Okay. Which means, so you miss this one. You do hit this one. Hum notices that as she in her steel wind like tornado form, she notices that she cannot pass through some sort of barrier between her and this guy. And it's like, it's a glancing blow off of like some kind of unknown force. But you are able to hit this one easily. So I'm gonna hit this guy, dealing 49 or 39 damage. That guy doesn't get hit. This one takes 37 damage, severely injured. This one takes 29 damage, pretty well hurt. Okay, and you appear right there again. Nice. Okay. This one's going to go. This is probably going to be our last combat of the night now, but that's okay. This one's going to go. This Chaos Elemental boils forth and is going to be very angry at some gnomes. So first thing that happens is it takes your space on top of Lucy. And both of you are going to take D10 fire damage.
We're actually not on top of Lucy. We are beside her or underneath her.
Can you put your tokens where they would be then? Or you're underneath her. Okay. Yeah, I can still do that. I can't get into... if you're underneath Lucy. It's gonna hurt Lucy then. So that 5 damage goes to Lucy. She has temp HP, so that 11 in the blue field, that's her temp HP. Because of those mounted rules. And we're gonna see if Lucy can withstand the whirling wind. She needs to make a DC 15 strength saving throw. She does not. So she is going to take this much. Oh, perfect. She's going to take all that. 19 bludgeoning and 7 fire damage. And Lucy is grappled and she screams out. Ah! Lucy is restrained and unable to breathe. Unless she can breathe water. So...
I don't know what she can breathe.
Rocks and air. That's that Chaos Elemental's turn. This goblin's just gonna run up, jump off of this root, and attack Stoneflame. Misses Stoneflame. Fox, it's your turn.
I'm gonna come up and take a shot at that one.
Alright. That does hit. Poof. Anything else, Fox?
That's it.
How about Bit?
Oh, Bit's turn.
I don't know if it was my imagination, but it sounded like your voice changed too.
I think Bit's gonna run up to this one and smack him.
Alright. That's a miss.
Good fight again.
Smacking him out of existence. Anything else, Bit?
I think that's all I can do for now.
Alright. This Chaos Elemental is going to take its movement and get to Stoneflame and Bit, and I need both of you to make strength saving throws. I am Stoneflame. I make his saving throw. Stoneflame does not make the saving throw. He's immune to fire though, so he just kind of grunts as the oily and chaotic winds smack at him, and I think that oh yeah, no, this was a strength save, so you don't get to evade this hit. 20 damage in total. Stoneflame takes 15. All right. And that's it for that one. You're both grappled.
Wait, I take something?
Bit got hit. Takes 13 bludgeoning and 7 fire. And Bit is also grappled and restrained and can't breathe.
Okay, so I can't evade that.
No, it was a strength save.
Oh, great. Okay.
All right, Velia.
Okay, Valia's gonna move up. And she's going to shoot one arrow at that one.
Alrighty. You delete it.
Excellent. And then she's going to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy back here
Okay.
and shoot an arrow at that one.
Alright.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
He's in amongst like all of this rocky debris. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay.
He's like trying to scramble out, and an arrow just right to the neck, and he's dead.
Plus Hunter's Mark. Okay. Alright, that's gonna be the end of her turn.
Lucy. Lucy is restrained. And let's see, let me read this again. Or the start of its turn. Nope. Yeah, Lucy's restrained and unable to breathe, but there's an escape DC.
Okay, so she's rolling strength.
Yeah, strength or acrobatics, probably strength. All right, she's able to free herself. Lucy can move, adjacent, basically.
Oh, Lucy's pissed though, so she's gonna bite him.
That's her action.
Damn.
Yeah. But she can remain pissed. But the gnomes both have this chaos elemental floating above them. That's it for Lucy, I think, then. Unless she wants to move.
She is going to... I guess she can't stand back over the gnomes, can she?
She could enter the space and not be restrained. She'll take some damage, but she could re-enter the space.
She's just gonna get up behind the gnomes, I think.
Okay.
Right here.
This light eater is going to advance a ways and looks at Lucy and just ignores her. Gets right up next to her though, and he peers down at Hum and says, "Hello," and he points at her, and this dark beam of light heads right for Chan's chimes. And Hum, you need to make a dexterity saving throw. You avoid the beam. Do you have a snappy one-liner? Just I'm joking. No.
She shoves them in her. She shoves the chimes as he goes to point at him. She shoves them in her bra and says, "You'll have to go in for him."
Perfect. Snow.
Okay. I am going to move over here. And we're going to try and... I'm so sorry. I have a cat rubbing against the microphone.
Cat.
I'm going to attack this Chaos Elemental.
Yeah. That's a crit. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Well, not unfortunately. But if we get that Divine Strike twice... And Ice Butt does hit for a goodly amount of damage.
And that'll be it.
Alright. She dealt 34 damage. Oh wait, actually, shoot. Some of it's cold. I have to calculate everything again. Fuck!
Only 6 of it is ice.
Only 6 of it is cold. Okay. Then in that case, 31. Okay. Nice. All that, the rest of it was magic. Bludgeoning, slashing, thunder. Cool. Chad Kiss.
Let's see. What do we got?
Stoneflame and Bit are like getting choked out by this cloud here.
Right. I'm not sure I have anything that attacks it without hitting them besides my cantrips, though, so... Let's do that. Let's just chill touch it and then bonus action shillelagh.
Alrighty. That's a hit.
I think you just rolled damage. I don't think I rolled the hit.
Oh, it did roll damage. Okay. Is your fire alarm going off?
No, it's a alarm to set for the security system upstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to roll your attack roll? That chill touch has just been fucking with us.
It changes every time. It's real annoying.
I'll just roll a natural, or not a natural, just slash R D20.
So that's going to be plus 8, so 20 to hit.
That hits. Okay. The necrotic energy strangles the energy of this elemental, and it just sort of poofs out of existence. Actually, it doesn't just poof out of existence. Something happens. Oh wait, no it doesn't. Never mind. It doesn't have death throws. Poof. Ah! Stoneflame gasps. Thank you, Mr. Chaticus and Snow.
Anytime.
Delias.
Yes, thank you.
Let's see. Bonus action, get the gust going. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And let's throw res into this. That's the button.
That is a hit. For 10.
I'll follow up with the blood flint.
Ooh, that's a crit. It doesn't do the fire damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, so just the 11.
Just the 11. Alright.
And I believe I need to roll a D100.
Yes, you do. It does not shatter.
That'll be his turn.
Alrighty. This Chaos Elemental goes finally, and he's going to run up. He's going to Lorble up to Stoneflame. That's a verb. Vlorble. And is going to slam twice. Once. And again, 19 will hit for 7 bludgeoning and 10 cold damage. So Stoneflame's going to take 17 damage. Alright. Ren. Join the fun.
Ren is going to run up, and I think she can make it. I gotta see. She can make it right next to Dias, and then she's going to ready an action should they get close enough to her.
Okay. Light Eater's turn. He's going to move forward to here. And he pulls his whip from his belt, and you see him go once at Stoneflame. It does not have advantage, but that misses Stoneflame as he just kind of dodges out of the way. And then the other one goes for Bit. 23 to hit.
Ow. Yeah. Hits.
And you're going to take 9 damage in total. And I don't think Bit has spell slots, so you don't need to worry about that. And that's his turn. Oxor.
Okay, Oxor is going to close the distance and set himself up right there. And he's going to attack this thing here.
Alright. 15 misses.
Okay.
Rolling a 5. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's gonna...
You've never seen anything like this before, and it's weird, and it doesn't make sense, and you don't know where to hit it.
Is anyone looking kind of damaged or has taken
Stoneflame looks a little hurt.
a little bit
Lucy
hurt?
is also hurt.
Oh, Lucy's also taken some hits, yeah.
Okay, Oxor's gonna as a bonus action cast Healing Light and give her 2d6 of healing.
Nice. 5 healing on Lucy. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna... cast Shatter right around Oxor.
Right around Oxor. Alright. So, Constitution for that one, and advantage, Constitution for that one. Delia, what does your shatter look like?
It's just like warbling energy.
Okay.
That
the warbling
explodes
energy
around Oxor and like buffets around Hum and Lucy.
It also buffets around the chaos elemental. Here, this one anyway. This one still gets a good chunk out of it. What was that? What was that total? 19. And that one's saved. So that's that much. He growls. But you notice that, again, with a similar shape, I'll try to paint it again. This area is cut off from the effects of Shatter.
I'm gonna say, it's that guy, and point at him out from under Lucy.
Stoneflame looks down and says, "My hammer! It's not working! What are you doing, you... Ugh!" And he just attacks with his now normal maul. So that's gonna be... He misses, and then he goes again. And he misses. Oh no, he hits that one. So that's just gonna be... And Bit, you notice that normally the hammer's like on fire and it inflicts flame upon its the folks that it hits. This time it's doing no such thing. As he just takes a hit out of this guy. But I think...
He does have a third attack if he wants it.
He does have a third attack. Aha. He misses that one, unfortunately. Okay. No, it does not. Okay. So, here's that. Aha, okay. That's it. Hum, it's your turn.
Hum screams enough and rings the chime. She grabs the chimes out and rings them again.
All right. Yeah.
And hits the steel winged strike. And she's going to hit everybody that's in her way.
Alrighty.
So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4.
Okie dokie. Just roll 2 attack rolls, as Hum finds that she's unable to get anywhere close to the elemental or the light eater here. You do hit the elemental, and you do hit the light eater. 36 force damage. The elemental poofs into non-existence. Delia, you notice as Hum smashes into the light eater that he seems to be quite resistant to the magical energies of the spell.
We need to whack him, guys.
Vox, your turn. Unless Hum's gonna bonus action
Vox?
something.
Hum is going to land next to Stoneflame.
She can, but like 3 feet away. I'm not sure how to express that narratively. But yes, okay. Vox.
She's gonna sneak up into here and stab him in the belly with her daggers.
Yeah. She does not have advantage, but
why
yeah,
did it?
21 hits.
Oh, I forgot to change it. Sorry.
That's fine. 21 hits. He has no spell slots that you can seem to pull. You do get sneak attack. Nice. Oh, math's hard again. That's 31 damage. Okay. So he needs to roll a bigger save. So 31 damage. Oh no, he actually takes 30 damage. Yeah. Where's your thing? Oh, there's. There it is. Oh god. Okay. Constitution saving throw for the concentration. He's still concentrating. Bit, it's your turn.
A bit's going to come to the side and whack him some.
All right. That's a miss. That's a hit. For 11 damage. Okay.
And follow up the kick.
High kick. That hit. That is a hit. For 7 slashing. Okay. 2 saves. 1, 2. Okay. Velia.
Okay, I'm gonna use volley again.
Solid. I think
Well,
you can
bonus
get-
action.
You get all of these guys, yeah.
Yeah, bonus action. I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark to this one
Alrighty.
and cast and use volley. And I'm gonna go left to right. So starting with that
You
one,
got it.
then this one, and then this one. Okay.
14 misses. That other one hits. And you're using your mundane longbow, so it just kind of passes through, doesn't chunk as much of the chaos elemental. The 16 is just enough to hit.
Okay. And then since I also have Colossus Slayer,
You can use that on the other guy. Or which one do you want to use it on?
only once per turn. I'm gonna use it on this guy.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me the
And then plus Hunter's Mark.
yeah. Okay. That arrow sinks into his neck, and he crumples to the ground.
Woo!
And Hum and Vox see Stoneflame's hammer light up with flame again. It works! Lucy.
Woohoo! Lucy's really mad at these elementals. And I feel like she is going to fly up for a deadly leap on top of this guy right here.
Which one?
The Chaos Elemental.
All right. So that's.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
That's fine. So she's not. Is Delia mounting her?
I thought we were underneath her, so I don't
Okay,
know if
then
we're
you're not.
technically mounted.
You're not. Okay, so DC 16. Strength. No. Crush. So the damage is in the, yeah. So it's not magic damage, but it's a decent amount of damage. So that's 12. So Lucy lands on top of it, and the creature kind of roils out over to here. Alright. The Light Eater moves over here, and Delia... yeah, he's gonna attack you with his whip.
Okay, I'm gonna preemptively shield.
Alrighty. $18?
It hits me.
Alright. You take a total of 8 damage. I need you to make a saving throw using intelligence. You feel the magic start to drain, but you keep a hold on your mind's energy,
I blow a raspberry at him.
giving him ample time to strike again, but missing.
Nope.
That's his turn. Snow.
I think Snow is gonna come up here, kind of interpose herself between Delia and the Light Eater and attack him.
Alright. That's a miss. That's a hit. For 10. And another 5. Okay. Cool. Chaticus.
Stay safe. Cast cantrip.
Alright. HP is a resource. Gotta save it.
Let's see if I can quickly change this thing and actually have an attack roll. Here, attack roll wisdom. Let's press the button. Hey!
Ooh, critical.
Oh, never mind. Wait, did that move out of Oxor's range? I'm sorry if I didn't.
What move, huh?
That, like, this thing? Did this move out of Oxor's range for
It
his,
was, kind of like, well, it kind of just pinned under Lucy, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So...
Never mind.
Something that I actually hadn't been accounting for, but we'll say it's a new development. Delia, you notice that when Chaticus's chill touch, what does it look like? Does it look like a hand, like in the spell, or?
Yeah, it's just a creepy green hand.
Creepy green hand grapples, and you see like it digs in, and you can sense the magical strength behind this, and you notice that it's just not affecting this person as much as you would hope.
We'll hop over here. Tadice is going to zoom over this way, and then actually he can probably cut in right into here and attack him.
Yeah.
Let's go with the fire one.
That's a hit. For 9 damage.
Do it again.
That also hits. For 11.
If he's still standing, I'll twist the blade and go for the third one, exploiting his weakness.
Yeah, that hits.
And this one right here.
The guy zooms in and cuts this man up, and you can hear blood sizzling as he strikes him with blood flint and dagger. and the blood curdles and steams as he chokes out and falls over. The Chaos Elemental, with its last act, probably, is going to move over to Delia and Snow. Actually, no, it's going to move over to Oxford and Snow, and I need you guys to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 15. Oh, Aura of Protection. So, Snow is saved. And it only takes half of this. So Snow is pushed out of that space, but Oxor is trapped, restrained, can't breathe, and takes all of that damage.
The fire is halved, though, because I'm resistant. I'm technically actually immune to fire, but I guess just like...
You're not immune. You have that reduction because of the shield, so actually none of that fire affects you.
I do have fire immunity because of, so I have fire resistance as a,
immunity doesn't, or resistances don't stack.
Okay.
That's actually why I wrote it the way I did. Because, like, the
It
shield...
did stack that it wouldn't be immune.
Yeah. So, if you have resistance from one source and then another source, it doesn't give you immunity.
Okay, so it's 16 then total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. That's the Chaos Elemental's turn, keeping Oxor gripped. Ren, it's your turn. Finish the fight.
Ren is going to run up and just beat this thing with her axe.
Yeah. That's a hit. You cut through it, and it disappears from existence, freeing Oxford. Stoneflame walks up to where he put his erupting earth, and he says, "That's perfectly around. It's like they had something that just made it not work around them." And he looks over and he says, Miss Delia, can you explain what happened here?"
Well, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but whenever this guy moved, and I kind of walk over and nudge this guy with my foot, magical effects seem to not work around him. And whenever you first did your erupting earth, he was standing over there. So I imagine it was a spell he was concentrating on.
Ren goes through this guy's pockets, and Hum goes over and pets Lucy and talks to her.
Fox goes through this guy's pocket.
In the one that Ren is rifling, she finds 20 gold. Vox finds 12 gold.
Is he wearing like a robe?
He's wearing a robe, and then under the robe is a breastplate with a Fourth Stride militia insignia defaced.
I'm gonna take those.
All right.
Just put them in my pocket. Bag.
You can see further up this plaza, there's another set of stairs that lead to what look like an entrance leading into something. It's like it like goes into a hill almost. Like
Ren kicks this guy as she walks by. Stupid guys.
"We good?" Rook says as he peers out from the stone.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you guys proceed.
Snow is gonna cast Cure Wounds on Stoneflame, just real quick.
Oh, thank you, Miss Snow. Ah, that was a good heal.
I'm gonna use 20 of my lay on hands points.
Oh shoot, I hit minus instead of plus. Fuck. 26. There we go. Alrighty.
Cast Cure Wounds on Lucy.
Okay.
It just wraps her runes.
That was a really good heal.
Oh, I'll heal you up to a bit. Give you another level 2.
Oh, thank you.
Are you okay, Delia? Do you need healing?
Oh, I'm fine. I only took the one hit, and he just hardly grazed me. It's okay.
Jadicus?
Yes.
Hum walks over to Bit and casts Cure Wounds on her as well.
Well, everything's certainly fine over here. It seems that we gave them a good thrashing.
Yeah, we had a
Wasn't-
good plan.
Wasn't much what you needed to do.
Are you better now, Bit?
I'm feeling like my old self. Thank you. I'm good as new.
I'm gonna cast. Snow is gonna cast armor again.
1, 2, 3.
I'm ready to kick more butt. Let's go.
Okay. I need to do a little bit of administrative work.
Bureaucromancy.
Pyromancy. Okay, so the evil weapons. So that walk took about 2 hours and 40 minutes from the edge of the forest to here, which means that Windvane is down to 1 hour and 20 minutes.
I think we'll just go ahead and Snow will cast 4th level Dispel Magic.
On Windvane?
Yeah.
Alright, so 8 hours on Windvane. And then that means that the Trident is at 7 hours and 20 minutes.
I think we're still okay on that, at least for now.
Cool.
If that's okay with everyone else.
Yeah, I think we're good.
So you move on.
Ren is pulling Stoneflame. Let's go.
I'm going.
Snow is
Hurry.
eagerly walking towards the entrance.
So, as you're walking toward this hill thing, you get the impression that this might have been once a burial ground. There's shrubbery that's like way overgrown, and I'm gonna take you there now. It's one of those maps that are like halfway, so you have to zoom in a little bit. Also, I have the compact version of your health bars. so that you can actually see your tokens. And there's a
Ren is just
door
really
here.
excited at how excited Snow is at moving. And she's like, I am so happy, Mrs. Snow. Let's go do this.
They deserve a good thrashing, and I'm excited for it.
So there's like this slightly ajar stone door. Let me see if I can just... And Stoneflame easily just pushes it. And it doesn't take much from him to make this thing give way.
I could open doors too, you know.
Yes. We both can open doors.
Don't get smart with me.
I'm not. And then he looks like pleadingly at anyone who will look at him. I just said I'd open the door, so I opened the door. What's the problem? And the inside of this hallway here is like a darkness.
This is very dark, Mrs. Snow. Are we going to be safe?
As long as I'm here, we should be. What do these rocks look like?
These rocks, they look like, they actually don't look like rocks at all. They look like very, crude, they're made of a material, like a textile kind of material, that have that have like accumulated a lot of dust and gross mold over the ages that they've been here. They look like they're bundles of something.
Lucy tries to take a bite of the door.
It just crunches in her mouth.
Does the pathway look like constructed, like it's some sort of facility or structure?
Yes, and as Tadias looks at it, he gets the impression that this was some kind of burial site.
Do I know what race created it? That's also my historical knowledge thing.
Humans.
Humans.
Just a human culture.
Lucy ate their door.
Was it tasty, Lucy?
Must be lunchtime.
Looks better with an archway. Better floor plan.
Lucy, come on. Stop eating doors.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything fishy as we're proceeding.
Snow, nothing super fishy yet.
God, we have an army coming in.
You really do.
Lucy sniffs one of these rocks and kind of turns her nose up.
Oh, it's not a rock. It's actually pretty dank in here now. It's not a pleasant smell. Snow, as you...
What kind of dank you're talking about?
As you further approach... Actually, you can keep going before I... Yeah, keep going. Entering your field of vision from your dark vision, you can see what looks like a stone slab. And as you advance a little closer, you notice what looks like a grave that's been pulled aside. And stop. Stop. Pause. I need to use Foundry because it has a pause feature. I can just make you not able to do anything. As you approach, where'd my notes go? What you hear what sounds like a slow, squishy, slopping sound.
Well, that can't be good.
Oh no, slimes.
And in the darkness, you can see a dim light ahead, a figure that is standing back to you over a stone table. And
Well,
And-
no way but forward, I suppose. I say in hushed tones.
Go ahead and bring your characters up to this conveniently placed line so I can give you the cinematic. As you approach, the figure turns. Those of you with dark vision, and who have seen him before, recognize Belnar Chanzal. He grins wickedly and says, "You're not welcome here, and you have possessions of mine."
Who's that?
Oh, that's Chanzal. Why don't
He's
we
the
get
one
this
that-
over with? We know what you want. We're just gonna fight you, and you're gonna turn into like black goop again, and it's gonna be weird.
Before he does that, he has to answer for something. Where is Zachariel?
Right here. And you see this fire erupt from his chest and arms and legs, and he gains this aura of fire that surrounds his body.
Is that the guy who killed my brother?
Directly responsible.
Oh, you are so dead, mister.
He opens his arms and he spreads his he laughs at what Ren says, and he says, no, I wrote this cool line, but I don't know why I wrote it. Oh well. He says, he spreads his arms and he says, "May you eat the sins of your gods and primordials." And manifesting from that oily mist is his sword in his right hand and a four-stride branded militia shield in the other. You hear booted and barefooted footfalls on the floor flanking the inner part of the room as these goblins and two chain breakers enter the fray, or proceed toward the fray. It's 8:22 my time. We're near close. This would be a long fight. Do you guys want to try to push through this, or do you want to save this for next week? How do you guys feel?
Well, you said it's going to be long.
I mean, it's just going to be long because you guys have a lot of characters to operate. There's a lot of turns. So.
I would rather save it, honestly.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah, I'm leaning
11:30
towards
my time.
save.
All right. Then I'll just end with the description of Belnar for those of you seeing him for the first time, which is actually quite a few of the characters and one of our players. Belnar is a white dragonborn in tattered and dented breastplate with a defaced symbol of the four-stride militia. I think you must have seen it at least a couple times on that map, Rachel. His white scales are pocked and marred with black scars that ooze a dark ichor. And we'll continue next week with a big old brawl. Good night, Joy.
Hi, Joy.
Enjoy.
Bye, Joy.
Hey guys,